Wednesday, everybody. Oh, what a great night, huh? So Joe Biden, Merrick Garland, the DOJ, and Special Prosecutor Jack Smith just did something nobody saw coming. They endorsed Donald Trump for president. Hell, they might have even elected him outright. How else could you explain an indictment so lame and overtly political that it's guaranteed to galvanize every Trump voter like funnel cake at a stock car race? There's less meat on this indictment than a turkey carcass in Joy Behar's trash can. Stelter has a better chance at winning a wet t-shirt contest. Don't bother reading it. I can sum it up for you. Donald Trump disagreed with the election outcome. Oh, you thought there'd be more? Sorry, these are Democrats. They don't have to work hard when the media gives them cover. And yes, there's the second part, to forget about the Hunter and Joe show. Make news to conceal the real news. Yes, the DOJ and Jack Smith apparently believe that Trump's thought crimes are more insidious than the international racketeering gang known as the Biden clan. Instead, they chased thought crimes. And if thought crimes were prosecutable, we'd all be screwed. Cat would be on death row, complaining about wearing orange. But see, we don't do thought crimes in this country. This isn't Canada. There's a reason the First Amendment is first. It's the thing that makes our Constitution and our nation exceptional. That and ice machines. See, the First Amendment means you can think and even say things that others find objectionable. Like if someone says, I love Brian Kilmeade. It's wrong, it's gross, disgusting even, but you can't arrest someone for it. This also holds true for Donald Trump, and if it doesn't, then you're next. Trump endorsed a protest at the White House on January 6th. Things went bad that day. A collection of yahoos rushed the Capitol and stole Nancy's laptop. Hey, by the way, has anybody, got a copy of that hard drive? Because imagine the stock tips on that one. But just because he endorsed the original protest doesn't mean he's liable for the actions of a horned shaman. Even Judge Janine wouldn't convict, and she thinks sideburns are illegal. Look, if endorsing that protest means Trump's guilty, then most Democrats should be in jail, too. Does anyone recall the 2020 Summer of Love? At least 25 deaths, $2 billion in damage, a federal courthouse set on fire, a police station destroyed, and Kamala's reaction, promoting a bail fund and asking for donations. Setting fire to a federal courthouse, attacking the White House, isn't that like obstructing official proceedings? That's one of the charges, by the way, obstructing official proceedings, or OOPS for short. That's right, Donald Trump has been charged with 2 counts of oops. That's almost as serious as being charged with 1 count of whoops. But legally, that's known as stacking charges, like Nadler does with Depends. But in layman's terms, it's they throw the kitchen sink at him, but Biden just banned kitchen sinks. Take this charge, conspiracy against rights. Jack Smith, who is every wild-eyed professor with library breath and a BLM bumper sticker, literally had to reach back to Civil War times for this charge. It's a law designed to keep the Klan from suppressing the black vote in the late 19th century. I mean, this is a bigger stretch than when Tyrus does yoga. What's Smith going to charge Trump with next? Felony witchcraft? The casting of spells? Hey, let's throw Trump in the Potomac to see if he sinks or floats. Meanwhile, the liberal judge, who's been randomly selected to oversee the case, sent all 11 defendants from January 6th to prison. And for several of those defendants, prosecutors didn't even seek prison time, but she still put them behind bars. And instead of spitting, the media just swallows.
One of, if not the most significant case in United States history. It is up there with Dred Scott. It is up there with Brown versus Board of Education.
This is the gravest political crime since secession.
From time to time, America faces threats from monsters who want to destroy our democracy. That happened in 1861, Pearl Harbor, 1941, 9/11, 2001, Donald Trump threatening to do it all again, but even more effectively, saying he's going to institute a presidential dictatorship that we may assume is going to take our democracy away.
Quick, someone call MSNBC. They need more people on screen. It's the world's ugliest yearbook. So why the hyperbole? Because so-called media can't be seen attacking free speech, so they call for... The so-called media can't be seen attacking free speech, so they call free speech something else. Bottom line, Stacey Abrams, Hillary, Nancy, Joe all denied electoral outcomes. Obama challenged his opponent's ballot access signatures in Illinois. And there is, in this indictment, no evidence Trump did any more than that, deny the outcome. So since our justice system is currently operating like a Tijuana traffic court, it's really about the next election. Winning a case against a Republican in New York and D.C. is just so much easier than ballot harvesting. But it tells you what happens when you dare to fight. It upsets those in power. This indictment sends a message that there will be no Trump or another one like him, ever. And by waiting until the Archer stuff came out, that pulled the curtain back and showed us how this machine operates. They went too far because they thought they could. Now, if you're inside this story, you don't get the story. But if you step outside of it, you see it's just a political machine trying to crush its challengers. Now, I'm not here to tell you how to vote, but as I said at the top, whether they realize it or not, I think Joe and Merrick, the DOJ, and Jack just did.